The Commissioner of the Border Management Authority, Dr. Michael Masiapato, is hosting his Zimbabwean counterpart for a bilateral visit. The visit aims to showcase South Africa's model of administration and border management coordination. Now, the government of the Republic of Zimbabwe is in the process of developing the Border Ports Authority bill to establish the Zimbabwe Border Ports Authority and to provide for its functions. Let's listen in.
Challenges we have been experiencing. Besides geographic proximity, as countries we do have a common and long history of regional affiliations as well as great aspirations for the development of our two nations. The South Africa-Zimbabwe border has long been a symbol of intricate web of connections between the two countries. It is a border that does not just demarcate land, but also represent a bridge of cultural, economic, as well as historical exchanges that we enjoyed over the years. At the same time, the same border environment has also presented challenges of illegal movement of persons, as well as illicit goods. Therefore, it is in our interest to ensure the effective border management, which is crucial for ensuring the ultimate prosperity of both South Africa and Zimbabwe. Although cooperation on border management matters commonly embraces the aspect of enforcing territorial sovereignty, it also streamlines efforts for fostering economic growth as well as the improvement of trade relations between the two nations. As the two jurisdictions within the sub-region, we have the responsibility to drive the objective of regional economic integration as articulated in many resolutions of our leadership, especially within the SADC context. This is not just a matter of policy, but a reflection on the shared commitment to regional stability, as well as the development of which border authorities has to ensure the realization of such objectives. This meeting is a demonstration to the commitment that we have made to address our common challenges and quest to improving the quality of life for citizens on both our countries. The engagement should go beyond just bureaucratic procedure, but must embody the spirit of partnership and shared aspirations to work together for the better management of our border environment. As the Border Management Authority South Africa, we are encouraged by the process undertaken by the Government of Zimbabwe in the development of the country's Border Port Authority bill. This is the critical step towards the establishment of the Zimbabwean Border Ports Authority, which carries similar resemblance to Border Management Authority South Africa. As a country, we are committed to sharing our lessons on our journey of 15 years towards the establishment of the South African Border Management Authority. We do believe that moving away from a multi-agency approach in as far as border management is concerned into an integrated border management model with a single command and control is the key step towards effective border management. Our focus must be on the legitimate movement of persons and goods across our borders with the intention to grow our economies and ultimately ensure the realization of regional economic integration. This is very much critical as the step towards the realization and the implementation of Africa Continental Free Trade Area. We therefore look forward to our deliberations today, and we should be able to engage to the extent that we must be able to come out with better cooperation mechanism going forward. I would like to conclude Ambassador Dube and the colleagues, that I do know that we have had a development in the recent past regarding the issue of the unaccompanied minors, and that were effectively attempting to move between our borders without necessarily having the requisite documentation. We want to indicate that that particular aspect is to be finalized and engaged upon by members of our colleagues here, led by the Director General of the Department of Social Development. Ambassador Mtunu, as I've indicated, will be having a side breakaway session to effectively engage on that so that we are able to finalize that matter. However, work has been undergoing until this point, wherein some of those that were fairly intercepted inside South Africa had already been processed back into the Zimbabwean side with the intention to reconcile them with their families. Thank you very much. That is the opening remarks from the South African side.
Thank you very much, Commissioner, for opening remarks. I'm now going to call upon Lieutenant General retired Ambassador Ndube to take the podium as he will be delivering opening remarks on behalf of Zimbabwe. Thank you, Ambassador.
Okay. I can use this one as well.
Thank you, Commissioner General, for a wonderful opening remark that you have just finished. Before I go into my written script, I want to start by congratulating South African Border Management Authority for your inauguration. That now you have been you are now operational, and therefore that is why we came here, because you are not still on the way that we are. And also I want to acknowledge your officers that you have just addressed, and also wants to say our visit here is a visit that we are going to go back more informed. On behalf of my delegation, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your hospitality accorded to me and my delegation since our arrival in your beautiful country. It truly reflects the strong ties and the relationship that exists between our countries, which dates back to colonial time and also during our liberation periods. Our visit to benchmark our proposed Zimbabwe Border Ports Authority with your authority is a testimony that our countries not only shares a common border and the busiest border post in Southern Africa, Musina and Bedford border post, but inseparable destiny as well. Let me I also want to introduce my delegation. I have already said during our talk that we come from different departments, and it is a journey that has taken us long. In Zimbabwe, the idea to form a Zimbabwe Border Ports Authority came about, or was born in 2013, and it was later suspended until 2021. That's when the current president woke it up and said he wants to see the Border Ports Authority becoming an organization. Since then, we have had challenges here and there, some concerned about legal issues, and I'm happy to say to date we have been able to look at our proposed bill, and we are hoping that after benchmarking, our lawyers will be able to put it together and present it to Parliament. We have also mentioned about other issues concerning unaccompanied children, which we have said will break and have our officers discuss over that. But I will not go into that, because my journey here, the president will be happy to see me coming back home and say we've got the answer to form Zimbabwe Border Ports Authority. Then I will say to the president, during our visit, the issue of unaccompanied children was also discussed. Following officers, my officers met South Africans authorities and discussed. They came up with the following, which there is yet to brief us. But from the onlook as we arrived, we see we've been enlightened. We feel our spirit coming back, because I have been asking myself that South African Border Management Authority, how is it? Is it a paramilitary? Is it a border guard? What types of uniforms, what types of weapons they put on? And you say, let's go and see. We didn't want to send our guys, pretend they are coming to Joburg to shop, and on the way they see you and they put the nose down. I said, no, we'll do it legally. We'll go and sit down, and the authorities, the director, the commissioner general will tell us the whole how we've gone about. And then we can go back and put our own proposal with all the knowledge. We are as yet to travel to other countries. I think South Africa is the second country. We visited Tanzania. We put their model in the briefcase. And we have come here today. You being our neighbors, we have a lot of operational issues, interests, because our people always cross to South Africa, and South Africa, either individuals or goods and services, also cross to Zimbabwe. So we take you as one of the very important element country in our effort to form our Border Ports Authority. As I said, I've brought lawyers, I brought the military people, I brought the police, I brought all what forms up the government. Because the president said he formed an inter-ministerial team after I had been appointed to be a director general. Then I said, alone, it may take me long. Then we took all the officers, we involved all the ministries. Because when we read the records, the past challenges were from other ministries, interministerial politics. But now they are part of me. He is from Home Affairs, he is from Finance, Revenue, all of them are here. I'm saying to them, let's come up with an acceptable model, so that when we visit, we come back, he's not going to go back to his authorities and say, this thing is not going to work. Because if he says this thing is not going to work, he means our task has failed. So we don't want to fail. And we are opening our eyes, Commissioner General. When we start to present us, we will all be opening eyes. If you see others closing their eyes, they will be overwhelmed about the presentation. At this time and moment, let me ask my officers to introduce themselves. I will start with the next to me. Yes. I want you to introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Gigi. I'm Jameson Mupariwa Mkaratirwa from the Attorney General's Office.
Great.
Thank you, coaches. I'm Deputy Commissioner General Len Mwe from the Zimbabwe Republic Police.
Good morning, sirs. My name is Evan Siziva from the Immigration Department.